Hello friends and viewers, this is Ghost in the Show and welcome to part 2 of the manga discussion video. So now we are here to talk about the story of the old Monster Galaxy manga. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I do recommend checking it first. Disclaimer, I have read only some parts of the graphic novel as well as summaries in various websites, but hopefully we can fill in the gaps and help visualize some of the manga. Not everything is on point and accurate, so some parts will be added, embellished, and missing. In a universe populated by creatures called MoGas, those brave enough and skilled practice taming these MoGas, capturing them in starseeds, and pitting them against each other in battle. 13 zodiac planets are aligning, and Sargon, an elder from the Ares planet Argot, rushes to the last starseed tree. He catches a glimpse of the starseed, but all of it travels to space to reach the other zodiac planet. In Nera, the Ophiuchus planet, the village of the Crashing Crags witnessed a beautiful phenomena. A torrent of starseeds land near the village. We see 13-year-old Avery, whose birthday is today, and rushes towards him is his 11-year-old sister, Dawn. They are by the coast and witness and wonder all the MoGas contained in the starseeds raining down. They proceed to the center of town and see a poster of the annual MoGa taming tournament. Both are eager to join, and along came an aspiring MoGa Ranger named Comb. He teases Avery to capture his tame Brolo, but Avery hesitates and leaves with Dawn to go back home. Upon arriving, we see their mother and their friend Percy Periwinkle, and a birthday cake for Avery. He receives a special gift from his mother, a handcraft belt from their father's fishing knots. Avery asks if he could tame MoGa now that he is much older in order to protect his family, but his mother sees it as too dangerous. Percy then claims that his MoGas are always under control, and along came Blitz, who has a sugar rush from the birthday cake. They proceed with the party, and Avery makes a wish. We transition to his room, and he wishes to be a legendary MoGa tamer. Underneath his bed, a snake chomps on his leg. Avery throws it out of his room and notices a bag of starseeds. He brings it in his room and calls Dawn. Avery has released his first ever MoGa, an Ikki. Dawn checks the bag and has released her very own Hoss. Dawn flies with Hoss outside, and Avery follows with another MoGa, Yoike. They travel to the coast and later stumbles upon a cave, and what lies within is a griff with an injured wing and tied up. Dawn believes that Avery can tame it, but the griff breaks loose and seems aggressive towards the siblings. Avery tries to tame, but flops, and once close, the griff was actually just calm toward them, and allows to be tamed by Avery. The two then rides on the griff and go for a flight, but somewhere along the ride, griff loses, then fades, and returns to the stars. And now Avery and Dawn are free falling, but at an instant, Avery summons griff again and catches Dawn last second, and the two then returns home. Avery now has a MoGa of his own to compete for the annual taming tournament. The only problem is he does not have money for the entry fee. He goes around town doing odd jobs, but he also wants to train his MoGa. He gets an idea while doing his odd job. He can also use his MoGas for it. Now, work is much faster and the earn as well. By the end of the week, Avery would have enough money to cover the entry fee, but that night, the Crashing Crags suffer a terrible storm and tears the roof of Avery's home. Now he uses the money he had earned to repair the damage done. Having his savings spent, Avery's hope of entering the annual tournament had withered away. The town though has a celebration, and everyone gathers as they send two of the MoGa tamers from the Crashing Crags to the annual tournament. We celebrate the send-off of Percy Periwinkle and Comb. Before Percy leaves, he tells the siblings about his discovery. He shares that the griff Guano holds inside a shiny gem. The two of course have an idea. They feed Beaky lots of fish so that they would have gems for the MoGa tournament. Upon home, Avery tells his mom that he will be going out to do more odd jobs for a few days. But before he leaves, Dawn gives Avery something to hide and protect himself in the tournament. Avery now has the MoGas, the money, the disguise, and the passion to win the tournament. Inside the arena, we meet some familiar faces. The competition we see are Probus, Victoria, Sergeant Pierce, Kit, Jezebel, and a variety of MoGas all around. The competition is fierce, and Avery and Beaky goes to the high column. Percy wants to view the griff much closer, but they refuse. Now, using PP and Blix, they knock them both out of the pillar, but as Avery gets up, his belt is stolen by Jezebel, and his disguise is exposed by Percy. Now they both must work together in order to survive the tournament. While at home, Dawn is by herself, but somewhere along the coast of the Crashing Crag, Dawn has seen an unusual starseed and dives in for the taking. She brings it, but what or who is in this special starseed? So, how does this correlate towards the new comics being made by Stephanie and Locke? So after 1 year, Avery is now 14 years old, Dawn is now 12. Avery has won several MoGa contests and tournaments, and now has a lot of trophies for it. And both the siblings now have more MoGas than ever before. But the only one to return from the manga was Dawn's Foss. So far, Griff, Yoik, Iki, and more were not yet seen. And none of the other characters from the previous games and manga appear in the comics. We were just introduced to Nor. Those were pretty much what I could find for the old manga of the Monster Galaxy, some of the pages and information. I was able to ask some questions from both Melissa and Paul. Melissa had shared some of her previous artworks and concept to me. I also asked permission to share those artworks, so I will in another video. There were no reviews done for Monster Galaxy manga, but I did find a blog post saying it was a generic and screams breaking copyright infringement. But they did mention that the manga was wonderful to look at. That is pretty much it for now, friends and viewers. Do hope you enjoy my research of the old Monster Galaxy manga. I do plan for another video sharing some of the concept arts and questions I have asked from both creators. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Until the next show.